This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
This program is supported by PMEG Premium at Protect Plus Gold. Sama-sama sa laban, walang iwanan!
Greetings from the Philippines to the world. We are on Facebook Live on Eagle News and Net25 TV and also on our streaming site eaglenewslive.com. Watch us on our YouTube channel at Net25 TV. I am Cesar Vallejos. Welcome to Open for Business. Join me discover the latest news and information in business around the world. Stay ahead of the curve from vision to action. The extended quarantines compelled us to continue doing things online. And for some of our children, and I'm sure a lot of adults out there was more time to spend on their favorite RPGs or role-playing video games. RPGs are presenting incredible universes with high fantasy kingdoms. We see knights and different worlds, all products of creativity and imagination. The good news is video gamers now have an option to play Filipino-designed games that place Philippine pop culture, history, and tradition in the gaming experience. Today, we will showcase the talents and skills of Filipinos in creating and developing game and mobile applications that incorporate the Filipino culture for both local and international audiences. Jo Marie Luistro, the president of Boom Brain Studio, will join us in this episode, Open for Business.
Sa panahon na laganap ang mga sakit, katuwang nyo ang PMEG Premium at Protect Plus Gold. Gawa sa state-of-the-art facilities ang PMEG Premium Feeds. Kaya ito ay safe, sanitized, and hygienic. Walang dalang sakit, certified, malinis, sariwa at sigurado. At para laging malinis ang paligid, gumamit ng Protect Plus Gold. Isang safe broad-spectrum disinfectant na pumapatay ng mga virus, bacteria at fungi. PMEG Premium at Protect Plus Gold. Sama-sama sa laban, walang iwanan.
Ito na ang pagkakataon mong ipamalas ang natatangi mong galing sa pagkanta at pagsayaw. Kaya if you have what it takes to become the Tagisa ng Galing Part 2 Grand Winner, ipadala na ang inyong audition videos. Kung ikaw ay 18 to 65 years old, may angking galing sa pagsayaw at pagkanta, ipadala na ang inyong audition videos sa tagisananggaling@gmail.com or contact Nikki sa 0977-651-9504 para sa singing category, Shing sa 0995-880-8004 at Nilibel sa 0995-330-4653 para naman sa dancing category. Narito naman ang guidelines sa paggawa ng inyong audition videos. You can also follow and like our Facebook page at Tagisa ng Galing and Net25 for more information. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Tagisa ng Galing and Net25. Kaya ano pang hinihintay nyo? Sali na! Ipakita ang inyong galing, manalo ng 2 million pesos at maging bahagi ng pinakamalaki at pinakamalawak na talent competition on Philippine TV and online. Tagisan ng Galing Part 2!
Open for Business is back, and with me is the president of Boombrain Studio Inc., John Marie Luistro. Kumusta ka naman, John Marie?
Mabuti po, okay lang po.
Yeah. During my introduction, John Marie, sinabi ko na because of the continued lockdowns, because of the quarantines, we continue to do things online. And siyempre, katulad mo, na millennial. And of course, a lot of citizens, not only millennials, they're very hooked to RPGs or role-playing games. And what is very interesting about this is that there are now Filipino-designed RPGs. So, siyempre, ang alam natin, when I know that there's thousands, hundreds of games, and we normally see imported ones or the characters, figures na galing sa iba't ibang mga bansa. Pero bago kita tanungin sa dinesign mo na RPG or the one that you developed, I'd like to ask, how long have you been playing, and why is RPG your passion, which eventually is now your business in partnership with your colleagues?
Yes, I have been in industry of game development since 2012. I started making games since 2013. And doon, nag-try ako kumuha ng mga clients. But mostly when I was a child, yes. Most of the child sa era ko millennials, we love playing sa mga games, family computer. Doon nag-umpisa yung passion para magawa ng games. Sa paglalaro din ng games.
Mm-mm. Now, when you talk of gaming, do you have any specific data? Because I know that, syempre, before you developed your own game, you looked also at the market. How big is the market? How many players are there, both in the world and also in the Philippines? All I know is that my sons, yung dalawa kong anak, ay gamers din, But in this kind, in the development of this new RPG. What is it? How big is the market in terms of the market in the world, the gamers all around the world, which I think is also your market, and also if there are data that you have seen in the Philippine scenario.
Nowadays, game developers using the most popular game engine called Unity 3D. According to their data, 61% of them are using the Unity engine. So most of the games nowadays is made with Unity engine. And according to them, many general pay-to-pay games and free are made by them. So most of them is created using the game engine. So meaning, yung 61% na yun is most galing sa game engine. According to them, 15% is yung sa genre ng agreement and the world beyond.
Mm-hmm. Pero sa mga naglalaro ng games, ng RPGs, mga ilang milyon ito? Ilang milyon kayo sa mundo or sa Pilipinas din?
Sa data nila, hindi nila nabanggit how many. It is sa percentage lang ng number of playing. So according sa data nila, yung number of playing is 8%. So nasa top 10 yun ng most played games online. Mobile and non-mobile games.
Now, as a gamer, John Marie, you said you've been in this business for 9 years. And baka nga mas matagal pa kung isama mo yung pagiging gamer mo. And then eventually as developer, di ba? So, ano ba what is it that's in RPG, you know, that makes you really hooked in it? Kasi di ba, there's a lot of activities now, and of course, one of the most popular things that people do during quarantines, during lockdowns, is playing games. And my question is, as a millennial, I'm sure you you are also the voice of the millennials out there. So what's in RPG? Ano ba ang meron sa RPG? Ano ba ang meron sa mga mobile games na ito na medyo nakaka-hook din sa mga kabataan ngayon? Hindi lang kabataan, sa mga parents din meron yan. Kaya pag-uusapan din natin yun mamaya kasi with Net25, we also want to have responsible gaming. So ano ba yung nakaka-hook dito sa mga kabataan, specifically on the gaming side?
Of course, for many, during this time of pandemic, games both online and console, along with the mobile applications, are greatly helping us to become stress-free. So meaning, yung game is yung kanilang pinaka-pastime. So they want challenges. Most of the millennials nowadays, gusto nila yung challenge. Yun yung isang category ng isang RPG na wala yung ibang genre ng games. So with that, yun ang nagbibigay sa kanila ng challenge, tsaka magiging stress-free nila for daily life. So using the agimat and the world beyond, isa yun sa mga objectives ng ating game.
So maganda yung sinabi mo na parang when you say millennials are the ones who really are into accepting challenges, which is critical because with the youth now, we want more responsibility for them. And like you are now engaged in a startup. So it's a passion. This is your creativity that you honed or developed in partnership with the rest of your colleagues who wanted to create a business out of it. So my question, Jo Marie, is when you say millennials accepting challenges in the RPG scenario, halimbawa, ano yung mga challenges na nakikita mo na when you adapt it into real life, magagamit? Kasi pwedeng isa yon sa mga contention. Bakit maganda yung ibang mga games? Kasi they help you really provide some skills in terms of problem solving and in terms of hurdling challenges. Can you cite some examples, maybe in the game that you have developed, on how challenges are met, challenges are accepted, and hurdled well?
Compared to other genre, RPG kasi is hindi mo kailangan siyang mag-move forward agad. You need to be patient, just like in real life. You need to be patient before mag-move forward ka. In an RPG game, you need to be patient na mag-level up. You need to be para maging strong yung mga weapon na gagamitin mo, as well as in real life. So hindi mo kailangan i-pursue agad yung isang goal kung wala kang idea doon. So meaning, you need to know everything about it before you go, just like in an RPG.
Interesting. So you said you need to be patient, and patience is, sabi nga nila, is really a virtue, di ba? So ngayon, pag talking about patience and talking about being patient in life, you have established this startup, this company, to address a certain market. And nakaka-proud din bilang isang Pilipino na meron ng mga games na nagpapakita kung ano yung ating pop culture, ano yung pwedeng magawa ng Pilipino. Kasi, di ba, in a lot of aspects, we can see the creativity of the Filipino everywhere. Just like last week, we featured the creativity of a Filipino, of a Filipina in the fashion industry. And in this case naman, isang bata na katulad mo at ni Varian na kayo ang nangunguna naman ngayon, kasama kayo sa mga gumagawa ng mga bagong mga ideas to bring the Philippine map in the RPG world market. Can you tell me more about this company, about this startup? Paano nyo nabuo ang startup na ito?
Way back then, when I was working again, year 2012, yes, I tried to learn more about it. So, sobrang tagal ko na in game industry. Bakit ngayon lang kami nag-develop? Just like what I said before, this is yung patience ay naantay namin. We need more knowledge about the game. So about this game na develop namin, with the partnership with the Multitude Tech Corporation, we want to give a game na malalaro ng lahat at may matututunan ka. As using the Agimat and the World VR.
So, sa paggawa ninyo ng game na ito, what were your challenges? And can you run through me a process of game development? I know that app development really requires a lot of time, di ba? I don't know how you call it, from the coding, whatever, from the trial, from the beta to, and even the whatever technical term that is used with your API using different gadgets and applications and their interconnectivity and operability. How can you give me a walkthrough of how a game is developed, lalo na nakaka-proud na may mga kabataan katulad ninyo na sa halip na maglaro na lang maglaro sa bahay ay you created a business and a community also that somehow educates people with original Filipino stories. So, John Marie, can you give me, how do you start, how do you end, how many weeks, or the process of creating a game such as this one?
The first part and the hardest part of it is the concept. You need to think the story of the game, how we're going to play it, what's the gameplay, what are the characters. That's the hardest part. It takes us around 1 year to polish everything. And then the next is the art. We want, what kind of art are we going to use? There's so many genre nowadays. So why not choose one of them? So we try to research, and the most playable games now is one of these is the genre of Agimat and the World Beyond. And then, of course, we don't have a lot of budget. So we try to research. And the Kickstarter campaign that we launching is coming April 28th. That will help us to finish this game much faster. And then after that, we're going to develop after the art, the development phase, which is the programming. Once you program it, then going to test it to different cross-platform like Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox, the PC, the mobile. You need to test it one by one before you can polish the code. Then after that is the beta testing. You can hire or you can ask someone to test your game about it. Then they will comment or they will give a suggestion about it for the improvement of the game. And then after that, one of the hardest again is the marketing. You need to ask someone to play the game, please buy it. Yan, yun po yung mga process of game development.
Wow, that's quite a lot. So in total, how many years was this developed? Is that dalawa?
We are estimating around 2 to 3 years. So mostly around 2022 or 2023, we are launching the game, the full game, the game at Entrepreneurial.
I see. So in short, it is not, parang this is still a process na like say, when you launch it, so definitely there is already a game that they can play, but the full suite of the game can be finished in 3 years pa. Tama ba? So kumbaga merong may phases pa siya na dito muna sa phase na to and then eventually it will reach the full phase. Tama ba yon?
Yes. As of now, we're still in the development phase. But this coming October or November, we're going to release the early access of the game. It is free for all Filipinos. So you can play it on your platform. If you're using mobile, that you can play it. But it is only an early access. This is the first version of the game.
Okay. Yung first version ninyo, libre pa to. So it's not a paid game. This is a free game, correct? When is that process where it will eventually be a paid game?
Well, if matatapos namin yung full game, yung palang yung masasabi namin, it is a paid game. And we want an outcome na masasabi nila na, wow, pwede ko itong bilhin kasi sobrang ganda nito. Mas masabi na namin yung result na yun. That's it. Pwede na namin masabi, isa tong paid game at not a free game.
I see. Now, Jo Marie, talking about business, and I hope, I think Varian can also help here. What is this is a startup and we want to, as a startup, diba, parang you get investments, you want to develop this game and eventually make money out of it. So what is the business model behind this? Paano, and how do you think would you be able to recoup your investments? Kasi for some developers, diba, parang they are either employed by big gaming companies, diba, and they earn money from there. But this time, you develop your own and then you do it parang kung tawagin nga nila parang end-to-end ba yun, diba? From the start to marketing to making money out of it. So, can you describe your business model where you can see eventually paano kayo kikita?
Well, this game is a long-term, pinaplano namin ito as a long-term investment. Mm-hmm. So, meaning, once you invest here, pwede mo magamit in the long-term industry. So, hindi lang porke, and also, not only invest through money, you will invest here through knowledge. As kasabi ko na kanina, while playing the game, you will earn knowledge. And that is one of the long-term investment na pinaplano natin sa game.
Okay. Well, I think you sounded like one of the characters that I watched on Netflix, which is called Startup. Kasi di ba, sa startup, ano ba ang mahalaga? Yung gagamit, yung community na madidevelop mo, o yung balik agad sa'yo. So, di ba, ganun naman yun, di ba? Like say, people would want to really focus more on getting members of the community. Is that also your focus? Is that also your vision that you want to get as much traction in terms of members of the community who are playing, and eventually, the advertising money will come? Is that also the kind of thinking that you have?
Yes po, kasi nowadays kasi makikita natin lumolobo yung numbers of gamers. Mm-hmm. So, compared to the other genre, makikita natin na yung mga gaming industry ay lumalaki dito sa Pinas. So, with the use of that, we can use it as a community natin. So using syempre din mga ads, yan. Yun din yung makakatulong sa amin para to promote our game.
Okay. Balikan ko lang yung process na sinabi mo kanina. Based on my research also, although you tackled this, the elements of an RPG is so structured also. I think, based on what I researched, it has to have this is compelling story. It has to have a good presentation. And I know because I also, somehow peek into the computer of my sons, ay talagang kumbaga, ang ganda ng sound nila, di ba? Ang ganda ng visuals nila when you go into the game. And then when you zoom into the areas, you can see crisp visuals, stunning visuals, di ba? And then there is also the creation of characters, and another element, they say it has to be there has to be combat, di ba? There has to be, yes. So sa elements na ito ng RPG, ito ba ay present doon sa lahat ng ginagawa ninyong game ngayon? At how do you enhance it? Do you say was there a study wherein you also involved gamers talaga, like you to comment on it? Kasi, halimbawa, parang makasabi nila yan, ano ba naman yung mga pinagagawa nyo, mga invento nyo na parang, although Pinoy nga, pero kumbaga, it's nothing compared to, what the others are playing. My short question there is, what are the elements in the story or in this new game that you think is compelling enough and that makes it world-class? Yung may pagmamalaki din ng mga gamers. Lalo ka na, siyempre, I know that you are a gamer. Siyempre, the reason why you were able to develop one is because you have played a lot of games already. So, what makes this game world-class? How can it compete with the leading RPGs in the market?
We all know how skillful and talented the Filipinos are. So we use the Filipino attitude. We all know na once you create a Filipino product, always a Filipino is a Filipino. Rather than support it, they condemn it. They didn't support it. They always find and they're always looking for the wrong. So why not we use it as a positive outcome? So with the using of that, we're going to improve. Every day, we practice about the art, the program. Then, masasabi nila, ay, kilala ko yan sa game na yan. Yan yung Mount Mayon na makikita natin. Yan yung Mount Makiling. And yan yung mga character natin inside the game. Not because pangit yung art, because alam nila sa sarili nila, ay, galing sa atin yan. Kailangan natin supportahan. And that is one of our pinaka-objective inside the game.
Wow, that's very interesting. We have a few more questions, but we will continue the discussion when Open for Business returns. Stay with us.
Susunod sa Kesaya-saya. Sa Barangay Aguila, start ng pinaka-funny na summer vacay. Go, go, go and be ready with Bebeng para tikman ang choco at biggest strawberry sa Baguio City. Let's play hide and seek with Spidey and me. At maki-joyride sa bigote ni Kapitan sa sobrang overload sa work. So come one, come all dito sa amazing summer treat. It's more fun sa barangay na Kesaya-saya. Kumanta, sumaya tayong lahat. Kesaya-saya, tuwing linggo, alas 6:30 ng gabi, dito lang sa Net25.
San man tayo maglakbay, sila ang ating kaagapay. Suot-suot natin, mapadaan man sa patag o lubak ng buhay.
Family nung asawa ko, mga magchichanelas sila dito sa Liliw, Laguna.
Ang sapatos kasi kasama siya doon sa tawag na mga basic needs. No?
Sobrang tibay po talaga niya. Parang bibilangin ng taon bago po siya masira.
Kaya kung nagnanais kayong pumasok sa kabuhayang ito, aba siyempre, tutulungan namin kayo dyan.
Unti-unti ko nang pinag-aralan kung paano lahat tatakbuhin ang negosyo sa paggawa ng sapatos dito sa Marikina.
Dumami-dami na yung mga umu-order sa amin. Kaya sabi ko, ano kaya kung tayo na kaya ang gumawa?
Business namin na nabumuhay at nagpaaral po sa aming magkakapatid.
Baka ito na ang negosyong perfect fit para sa inyo. Ako po, si Robin Padilla. At ito po ang ulat. Agapay sa hanap buhay.
Open for Business is back, and still with me is John Marie Luistro, the president of Boom Brain Studio. John Marie, we talked a lot about the development of this game, and my next question would be the development of the process and the development of this initiative as a business. Based on my discussions with many CEOs and experts here in Open for Business, ngayon, ang sistema, for you to really succeed without spending so much investments would be partnerships and collaboration. Is this the kind of setup that you did also? Because alam naman natin, there are some people who are experts in their own fields. I'm sure in your case, itapon ka sa game development or software application or any development for that matter, you thrive in it. But there are other things that we don't want to engage in, di ba? Getting sponsors or getting, or tweaking on business models. As a startup, as someone who started to engage in business, what are your tips as far as and what did you do as far as partnerships are concerned to ensure that your idea, kasi baka marami ding mga kabataan na they have this good idea but they don't know how to bring that into the market. Ano yung ginawa ninyo to ensure that your idea will be pursued and be realized, just like what we are now doing, informing the market about its availability?
Yes, to focus in the development of this game, we know that sobrang laki ng game. So we try to look for some publishers and partnership para makatulong sa amin. So we can focus in the development of the game. As of now, we have the partnership with the Multitude Tech Corporation. They are the one who handle everything except the development. So para mabigay namin ito na mas mabilis sa mga gamers, players, tinutulungan nila kami sa other terms ng business.
Can you talk more of Multitude Tech Corporation? What are its services also? And where did you find that synergy? Kumbaga, sa talking about partnerships, di ba? Parang you have to have that common interest for you to be able to forge into that partnership. What do you think? What are the services of Multitude, and where do you think is the synergy coming from? What are your common interests? Because this could give a lot of tips also, to small businesses, technopreneurs, or young professionals like you who are looking for their partners in the future.
Yes. Yung same na goal kasi namin is the technology. So both company, my game, the game company, and software companies kanila is goal. The target goal nila is the technology. So nowadays, alam naman natin na nandito na tayo sa technology industry. So that's why I pag-partnership kami with the Multitude Tech Corporation.
Yes, speaking of technology, Jo Marie, in this kind of business, we needed a very, very strong backbone, di ba? In terms of technology and internet. So dito ba sa din-develop ninyo, what is the minimum technical requirement? And I also understand, based on some readings, although I think it was my millennial sons who decided that our internet be upgraded. Kasi ganun yata, di ba? Pag with your gaming, with the gaming technology, you also have to invest both in hardware, in software, and internet, di ba? Kumbaga parang you have to have that good capacity in terms of the gaming experience. Because even us, when we do this Zoom thing, and we encountered this several times, di ba? When you have problems with the internet connection, which is a major problem here in the Philippines, and hopefully it is being addressed by by the various stakeholders, that can be remedied. But in the development of this new game and new software or new application, what are the basic considerations in terms of technology, in terms of software development, hardware that is required? Is it does it require the most advanced computer needed, or any Filipino, di ba, who has access to a regular computer can play it?
Well, nowadays, every day, almost every month, merong cellphone na bagong upgrade. So we know, just like the PlayStation 4 before, but now, lahat nakakadara pa sa PlayStation 5. So every day, makikita natin yung tao, walang kakontentuhan. So you need the new gadget para mag-work yun. So as well as the game development, you need to upgrade as well para makasabay ka sa bagong lumabas na hardware and software.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, we talked about the importance again of technology in the gaming industry. Ano pa yung as a game developer and someone who's now engaged in a startup, how is technology helping you? And if there are things that you think can help you develop better games, what aspects in technology should be developed for you as a game developer?
Everything now is nasa internet na. Before, you need to buy books, go to the library to learn. Yes. So ngayon, you need to download it through internet. So with the use of technology, you need to learn na lang. So makukuha mo na siya lahat. So yung using the technology, malalaman mo na, may madadagdag na sa knowledge mo. Not because you don't need to go to the library, buy books, ask for someone to teach you, but you can download it sa internet ng lahat. So kompleto tayo lahat with the using of the technology.
So in short, ang parang sinasabi mo, parang andyan na lahat. Siguro, you will agree with me, it's really more on the internet bandwidth na lang, or the speed of the internet, and also the cost of the internet that is that poses a challenge, kasi base yata sa ibang pag-aaral ng iba ay parang nananatili na ang Pilipinas ang isa sa mga may pinakamahal at pinakamabagal na internet access. Correct me if I'm wrong, John Marie.
Yes, isa talaga ang Pilipinas. So pinakamabagal, pinakamahal na internet bandwidth sa buong. Sa Asia, nasa top 20 sila ng most slowest internet connection. And also, using the technology sa internet natin, hindi lang programming ang matututunan mo. Yung mga hindi marunong magluto, manonood ka lang sa YouTube, yun, matututo ka. Hindi ka marunong mag-ayos ng sasakyan mo using the technology. Maayos mo yung sasakyan mo. So talagang internet problem lang talagang problema ng mga Pinoy. Kasi sobrang bagal talaga sa internet connection sa Pinas.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you there, John Marie. Now, I think we have a few minutes left. Before I ask you, where they can learn more about your company and how can they see it, what other activities that are they doing, maybe I think before you respond to that, my question first would be, what is your message to two sets of listeners and viewers now? Yung una ay yung kabataan. Kasi katulad mo, you are a millennial, you are very young. We know that as parents, we also are worried with how the youth is spending their time or being addicted somehow in RPG and other games for that matter. What to you is responsible gaming? Kasi ako bilang magulang, I would also don't want my children to be very, very exposed in video gaming, to some extent that they will no longer prioritize their studies and other, more important activities. What do you and how do you advise the youth now to maintain or observe responsible gaming as a form of entertainment?
Yes. Just like yung mga kabataan ng katulad ko, I was addicted to the games, yes. I was playing around 12 hours to 15 hours a day before. Then I realized na yung time na yun, yung kumakain sa akin, imbis na matuto ako ng something new. Doon ko nakikita na I need some passion, I need some goals, not only by playing. So I use, by playing games, I want to create. Yung pinakapangarap ko noon na to play only a game, but now I want to create a game, then play it. So I want sa mga kabataan na gawing passion yung gaming, not because na maging addictive, and also para bigyan ng goals sa sarili mo. And mostly ngayon kasi may mga streamers na tayo tinatawag. So you can play while earning. Pero with the use of that, you can learn din sa other people. So always remember na hindi yung enjoyment ang kailangan mo. Kailangan mo is to learn something. Kailangan mo ng goal. Kasi hindi habang buhay, lalaruin mo yung game. Iiwanan mo yun. Hindi tayo makukontento. So, use the gaming para magkaroon ka ng sariling goal.
Wow. That's really, something. Thank you very much for sharing that. Now, I would also now ask you to your insights on and your message to entrepreneurs. So, ikaw bilang startup, I know that you will as a startup, you will experience with your partners, with Multitude, with the team of Varian and the other executives, of that company. What is your advice to new entrepreneurs like you? What should they look for? So, halimbawa, you have these great ideas, you have these new concepts, but you are limited in terms of your partnership. So, what is it that you can also share with people like you, the youth like you, who would want to really create a business out of your passion?
Just like other businesses, you need to learn from your mistakes. Not because marami kang mistakes, susuko ka na. Always remember na yung mistake mo is only a stepping stone. Just like yung ginagawa namin. Because of that mistake, alam na namin kung anong mga susunod na gagawin. Alam na namin ano ang dapat gawin. Alam na namin bakit hindi namin dapat gawin yun. And alam na namin sino yung mga taong dapat sabihan namin ng business na. Always remember na yung idea, mahirap yung isipin. Hindi yung bigla-biglang maiisip mo, kikita na. Remember, maraming tao na gustong magnakaw nan. So make sure na hindi mo basta yun sasabihin sa kanila. Make sure you're going to use yung mga mistake mo noon para maging stepping stone yun sa ngayon.
Wow, yeah, wow, that's interesting. And John Marie, we're running out of time. I thank you, for this opportunity, for sharing your insights. And how will people know of this new game that you are developing, and saan nila mapupuntahan? Where will they get it? Where will they find it? What other activities do you have? And all the other announcements that you can share to our viewers right now.
Yes. We would like to invite everyone to please support the first ever 2D platformer digital game, A Game at Entrepreneurial. It is a 100% Filipino-owned game development company. This features our very own local Filipino fictional characters and factors. So this coming April 28th, we will be launching our first Kickstarter campaign. And this Kickstarter campaign is a crowdsourced funding website. So, pwede kayo lahat mag-pledge para masuportahan yung game. And kung wala naman tayong budget, you can share our page para makita ng iba. So, with simple amount, makakatulong yun sa amin. So, malaking tulong. So, sana suportahan niyo po yung gawang Pinoy. So, please do visit our website, themultitudetech.com, and also the agamat.com page. For more information, you can follow our social media page, Agimat and the World Beyond.
Thank you so much, John Marie, for sharing your insights, and we wish you success, for spearheading this new initiative to really promote the Filipino creativity and ingenuity, and placing the Philippine pop culture in the international market. That is John Marie Luistro, President of Boom Brain Studio, and also like to thank Varian Victoria, the President of Multitude Tech Corporation, for arranging this interview. Open for Business will be back. Stay with us.
Hey there, Arnie Aquino here at Hatley Castle, one of the filming locations for the X-Men series. Don't forget to tune in to Digital Nest only on Net25.
Broadcast journalist Wayne De La Fuente returns on Philippine television and radio to deliver top stories and engage with the country's policymakers, shapers, and movers. Tatalakayin ang mga pangunahing balita alas 7 ng umaga mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, live sa teleradyo ng Net25 at Radyo Aguila DCEC 1062. Kasama si Wayne De La Fuente sa Balik Talakayan.
niyo po ba? Kakayanin ko. Kailangan mahanap natin ang anak ko. Sige.
Tama po.
Kilala niyo po ba siya?
Benedict Salazar. Alam ko na ang sikreto mo, Maya.
Dalhin mo ako sa location ng hilaw na Espanyol.
Nag-hire na ako, boss. Nagagawa niya para sa'yo.
Ako na mismo gagawa ng trabaho para sigurado tapos.
Parang may bisita eh. Tago ka. Huwag kang gagalaw dyan.
Open for Business is back, and our term of the week is RPG. RPG is a role-playing game, a genre of video game where the gamer controls a fictional character that undertakes a quest in an imaginary world. Traditional role-playing video games shared 5 basic elements: the ability to improve your character over the course of the game by increasing his statistics or levels, a menu-based combat system with several choices of skills, spells, and active powers, a central quest that runs throughout the game as a storyline, the ability to interact with the elements of the environment or storyline, the existence of certain character classes. Modern and hybrid RPGs do not necessarily have all of these elements, but usually feature 1 or 2 in combination with elements from another genre. And our word of the week is from Bruce Garabrandt. He said, "Creativity doesn't wait for that perfect moment. It fashions its own perfect moments out of ordinary ones." Thank you for watching Open for Business. Join us again in the next episodes of Open for Business for more insights from CEOs, thought leaders, industry experts, and SMEs promoting business development in the Philippines. See you again every Saturday and Sunday here in Open for Business, where we discuss business information, deliver the latest business news to keep you informed and open for business, and be ahead of the curve from vision to action. You're on Facebook Live on Eagle News and at Net25 TV, and you can watch us again in the video section of the Eagle News and Net25 Facebook pages and on eaglenewslive.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Net25 TV. Thank you again for watching. For Open for Business, this is Cesar Vallejos. Believe in interesting times.
This program is supported by BMEG Premium at Protect Plus Gold. Sama-sama sa laban.